Like, share, and subscribe to Match Them Flix.
Straight out of Kampala.
Yes.
How do you feel about intertribal marriage?
It's not bad. At least it's helping the different tribes to get to have a oneness.
Run that back one more time.
Oh my
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey, she said it, I didn't say it. A man's value is determined by how much shit he had, how much cow manure he had. Paper money.
Yeah.
Now we have paper money. Can a Mzungu receive dowry?
Oh my god, he has beautiful women.
I haven't been
Big
had.
bam bam.
From all the matoke.
Hey.
You want to talk to matoke?
Yeah, man.
The dowry depends how much we spend for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you will.
Put the price on
So-
her. You see who is willing to pay.
I want to marry you, babe. Let's get married,
And you
babe.
get
I don't want a big wedding. So we go to the courthouse and we sign the license. It's like an American romance to get together and struggle together and suffer together. Do you like to start fires?
fire.
Yeah.
She seems good.
She seemed like she likes to play with fire.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce yourself? I hear you're a big famous YouTuber.
Oh wow. Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Uh-huh.
But my name is Marion.
Eh,
Marion or Marionette.
marionettes.
Yeah, Marionette.
This one.
Not that one, but close to that one, yes. Yeah. It could be this, yes, but the spelling is a bit different.
Oh.
So instead of an E after the N, it's an A. And then sense.
Where are you from?
Nairobi.
Nairobi, Wapi.
Nairobi, Kenya, in where? Born and raised in Athi River.
Athi River.
Athi River, yes.
Now, Athi
It's a
River
small town.
is Machakos County.
Yeah. How do you know?
So it's Cumberland. It's technically not Nairobi.
Yeah.
But just like U.S., I ask somebody, where do you live? They say Kansas City. I say Kansas City where? They say Olathe. I said Olathe is Olathe.
Yeah.
And Kansas City is Kansas City.
So you have to be specific.
Yeah, so to be specific, you're from Machakos County.
Machakos County.
But you're a Luya lady.
Yeah.
But you're from Machakos.
Yeah.
Born?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your family migrated.
You can say that.
Where did they migrate from?
Eldoret.
Eldoret.
My dad is from Eldoret, yes. At least that's where I know that's my village home.
You're Shago.
Yes, my Shago.
Shago Yako. Iko
Eldoret.
Hapo Eldoret.
Yeah.
Was
A
my
place-
Swahili okay?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So-
A place called Mwamba, Tarbo.
Mwamba.
Yeah.
Mwamba Tabo.
Yeah.
Sijui.
You need to go there.
Sijui
It's a
hapo.
good place, by the way. We're separated by one river in Eldoret. It's called Sosiani.
Sosiani.
Yeah.
Mm.
It separates Eldoret with there's different tribes in Eldoret, yeah?
Mm.
There's Nandi and then there's mixed other tribes.
Nandi, Kalenjin.
Yes, most of them are
Alafu.
Nandis and Kalenjins. And mixed also, you can get Kikuyus, Luyas, Nambas, it depends.
I just met a Kikuyu Luya.
Okay,
Yeah, they're around.
Kikuyu, Luya.
That's an interesting topic, actually. So, intertribal marriage.
Mhm.
How do you feel about intertribal marriage?
Huh. It's not bad, at least it's helping the different tribes to get to have a oneness.
A homogenous identity? Like one identity.
Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah.
maybe ties culture together.
Yes.
But I've talked to like a Luya married to a Kikuyu before.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. She's one of my Facebook friends. Shout out to you if you're listening. I won't mention any names.
Okay.
Because she shared with me some sensitive information. And so she knows Kikuyu better than her own husband, who's Kikuyu. So she sits and speaks with her father-in-law.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
And he says a
I'm
lot.
not the husband.
Right. She helps to translate even
Okay.
with the husband. And she shared with me some information I'm not supposed to know about things that are said by certain people sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like a controversial thing. It's like I'm this white guy, you're a black lady, and some people can be like really offended by the idea of intermarriage between us two. Is this your friend?
Hello.
You're from where?
Uganda.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Uganda wapi?
Sorry?
Uganda wapi?
Oh, where in Uganda? She doesn't understand it.
Sijui Swahili.
Kampala.
Kampala.
Yeah.
Najua Kampala.
Oh, yeah?
Kidogo, najua kidogo.
You've been there?
Yes. The Ugandan police just showed up in Kenya.
They didn't see my shoes and my
We want to see your
my
shoe.
legs. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Straight out of Kampala.
It's so tiny though.
Yes.
We were just discussing intertribal marriage.
To try
Intertribal marriage.
tribal marriage.
Yes. What do you think about that?
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now, like in our country, mostly tribes, like fellow tribes, people of the same tribes, they want to marry each other just to keep the wealth or the
Hey.
riches.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That topic goes very deep.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
So now there is a tribe called the Banyankole. Oh, it's the Ankole.
Ankole, yes.
Well, actually, long time ago, you'd find before the let's say a father gets a daughter-in-law for the son. All of them have to enjoy
get
the
involved.
goodies.
Hey, and it's allowed.
Wait, say that
Yeah.
last part again.
Really?
Run that back one more time.
Oh my god.
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You do?
You said if the father gets a daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
then this is in your
share-
tribe,
they
or
share.
No, that was long time ago. Actually, now let's say now, the son dies, and maybe the father remaining, so the father has to take
Take care.
over.
to take the woman?
Or
Yes.
if the brother dies and there is another brother, he has to imagine. And up to now, they're even still acting about it. Now in Uganda,
Yeah, Buganda.
Uganda.
Yeah.
now they're acting.
They say
And then
Buganda sometimes instead of Uganda. Buganda.
Uganda, actually the capital city is in Kampala, and in Kampala we speak Uganda,
Yes,
and it
Luganda.
has the Baganda people.
Yeah.
So the Uganda language is the language for business. Yes,
Kama Swahili.
business. Yeah,
Kama Swahili.
Official
no,
language.
Swahili is it's a national
English,
language,
yeah,
right?
English is
But
the official.
Yeah. So Luganda is the business language. So, but they are the Baganda. But the president that has been there
Museveni,
even
M7,
even
my
before
uncle.
our parents were my
Yeah.
my granddad. So even our parents
Both of you.
were born.
Yeah.
He is the Munyankole, meaning they actually. People usually say we are the ones in things because like once your tribe is the gets the leadership, or like the president. Right now, the president of Kenya is from Kalenjin, yeah.
Yeah,
Ruto.
Now the
Kalenjin.
Kalenjin people, they are the ones like leading.
yeah.
So the same with Uganda. Now the Ankole people.
They're on top.
Ever.
So-
in fact, there is people don't even like each other. The
I think-
tribes.
Hey,
They
she
think-
said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah, they don't at all.
And this is my point.
Yeah, that's it. Because they think now the Ankole people are the ones in power, so they think they have taken over everything,
Right,
all the
right,
good
right.
jobs, all the
Commodities, the maize, the plantain.
everything,
everything.
and they think that they're making the other ones suffer.
Yes. And this is my ultimate point on this topic.
They
Is
don't.
people around the world, they might not show it, they might not verbalize it, but a lot of people don't care about each other or like each other.
They don't.
And it's about power, and it doesn't matter if you remove all the colors from all of our skin, you're gonna have people doing the same thing to a skeleton.
I am telling you,
Yeah.
for us now it is very worse. You hear now that the Baganda and the oh my God.
Yeah.
But we also
When
have
they
it
talk
here in
about
Kenya.
tribalism.
Huh?
We also have it here.
Yeah, it's definitely here in Kenya. I've seen it. I heard a lot about it. but I had to spend more time around, extend a few visas, you know, like really spend some time around to really see
What's happening?
like how low it can go sometimes.
Now, if it's going to be that intermarriage, unless your father is in some business with my father, so they are equally having like the same shares. There they can say, okay, now you can take my daughter,
Because
But
they're from the rich.
How many goats does
Yeah.
it take to have you?
sorry,
How many goats does it take for you?
The dowry.
Dowry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How many goats? How many
It
mbuzi?
has to be actually the cheapest, because I'm from Western Uganda.
Western.
Western.
Western Uganda, that's the
Western Uganda being
that's
like
the Form 7 now.
being like Mbala.
No, Kampala
Busia?
is central. Kampala is central.
Yes.
That one, that's Mbarara. Have you ever heard of Mbarara?
Oh, Western Uganda.
Western
I went
Uganda.
east.
Oh,
Yes,
you
Western.
haven't been. Oh my God, it has beautiful women.
I haven't
with
been
big
past-
bam bam.
From all the Matoke.
Hey.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah.
Want to talk to Matoke?
Yeah, Matoke and. I'm being so naughty right now. That place, hey, it has. I'm telling you, hey, beautiful women, big baba.
Yeah.
So also the family, respecting each other.
Mm.
They have to be like 20 cows, then like 30 goats.
Hey,
Hey.
That's probably- I'm just gonna
have you been
guess.
to Northern Uganda?
like that's like $2,000. How many cows did you say?
But now,
20 cows, 30
yeah,
goats.
like 20 cows.
I'm
but
just gonna
it has
say
to be
around
more.
2,000
It has
American
to be
dollars.
more.
I
No.
haven't done the math. I'm just making it up.
Now let me tell you. Now in Uganda, central the Uganda now, they
It's about
actually
3,000 maybe.
now for them it's not about cows because the cows are from Western
It's
Uganda
actually
and
more than
Northern
2,000.
Uganda.
It's more than 2,000.
Depending on the size of the cow and if the goats are babies or
And
not.
also some families, they prefer money than
The cash instead
now,
of cattle.
Now the
Yeah.
Baganda. Now I think but for no you different.
So let's
Northern Uganda.
let's do this. Can you explain to us why dowry? Like why does it exist and how? What's the purpose of the dowry specifically?
Well, if I'm speak first.
Go ahead, both of you. I'd love to hear from both of you.
With
I have my own
dowry-
theory also, just from
Dowry,
observing.
yeah. It's actually not like they're buying off the bride or something. Even in fact, a man loves to do it to show respect for his family, where he's coming from, the background, how he was raised.
Yeah.
Also to show the respect of the bride's family. Without that, the man will not be respected. Even him himself will not feel like he's man enough. He won't feel like he's man enough.
And I've studied like some Irish history culture, trying to figure out who I was as a man in my 20s. And one thing I've learned just from looking at Irish culture and history and African history is the cultures are very similar.
Oh yeah.
And I think before the world was colonized, which the whole world's colonized, by the way, the whole world, it's not just an African thing, it's everywhere. But before the world was colonized, life was indigenous everywhere. And indigenous culture means food and animals. And likely multiple wives, depending on the culture. The man was the provider, the man is the ATM. The man is the one that buys the cow to produce the manure to fertilize the food. You know what I mean? So, like in the old Irish culture, the man's value is determined by how much shit he had, how much cow manure he had. How much cow manure can you produce? That's your value as a man.
Yeah.
And it hasn't really changed, but now we're using fiat currency. Do I have any fiat currency on me? Paper money.
Yeah.
Now we have paper money, which is a whole other conversation we could talk about. It started with coins, silver and gold coins and precious metals, and next thing you know, they printed this worthless paper. This actually has no value. You can make fire with it.
Yeah.
You can write a note on it, and that's how this
It has value
started.
because you can see
Yeah, you
fire
could burn
out
it.
of
No, I'll go to jail for that.
You can really, you can.
Probably, yeah. That's
yeah?
defacing government property.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a crime. The government owns this. They made it. This is their property.
So why are you destroying their property?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, that'd be very offensive
Can
to burn
choose
50
to buy
bob
food
anyway.
and throw it away.
I mean,
Yeah.
Or anything.
I mean, this is mboga for a small family, so it's kind of rude. I'm gonna talk to Maji Baridi. I'm a wom.
Warm.
We're testing her Swahili.
about dowry is it's just like the way she said it's a way of putting the respect first, and also they call it appreciation, like a token,
Yeah.
because the African mentality is the parents, they've spent money to raise the kid,
Yeah,
the girl.
Yeah.
They've used money to take her to college, to primary school, good education, good living, at least good life, until to the age where they are. So when you want to take her from the family, then, I mean, that's why they ask for the dowry. And the dowry depends how much they spent on the kids.
Yeah.
If,
Oh.
if you went through maybe like
The lady is an
universities,
investment.
then, yeah, that's an investment.
And you invest into your woman, you invest into your man in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern woman.
What about a
Modern
man?
woman,
What
that's a
about the
topic.
man's family? How do you,
Or for the man.
how is that?
For the man, I think, of course, if you have a son, then you just know eventually you have to pay dowry. That's a given thing. Yeah.
Can a Mzungu receive dowry?
Receive?
Yes, if a Mzungu
The
has an
lady?
African daughter, can he get dowry from an African man?
If the Mzungu is the lady or the guy,
The man. The Mzungu is a man.
and with
And
an
He has an
African,
African daughter.
Yeah.
He can't
and
get
she
dowry?
wants to get married?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can. You,
Give
if
me
he
my
has-
goats.
Oh my God! You have to. You
A
have
lot
to
of goats.
You have
Boys
to
and girls.
Put the,
get
Yeah,
dowry.
exactly.
Yes, you will.
Put the price on
So-
her. You see who is willing to
Yeah.
pay.
Tell me if I'm wrong. This is my conclusion about dowry from about 5 years of observation. But in African culture, most households, the family works together to do what needs done at home. Right? Food, wash, dishes, homestead. If you're a Shago African,
Not
all
not-
Africans are living in
not
the
most of
village.
them.
Some are in the city and towns.
Not most of them though. Now in northern Uganda,
Yeah.
once they pay your dowry, actually with cows, because the father of the girl has to stand with a spear. She has to throw it all the way, and there are cows lining up like from here to Serena.
Yeah.
Where the spear stops, it's all those are the cows he's going to take for the daughter. And
Right.
remember, once the girl has gone to school, those are less cows. When if she hasn't gone to school, those are more cows. Actually,
If she has not gone to school, it's more cows.
yeah.
Because he's selling cows to pay for the school.
No, going to
Right.
school. No. For now, it's actually there up to now. Actually, they're like the Maasai here. So, the moment you've taken your daughter to school, she's
Yeah.
going to be of less value. That's how it is.
How?
Okay, over there, that's how they are. Their
The
culture
mentality.
and the mentality. They think you're going to spoil the lady and have her thing together.
Yes,
So once they
yes.
marry her, it's a woman. Once actually after paying dowry,
Yeah.
it's a woman that is supposed to build a house. They
Hey.
don't work
Like the
together.
Maasai.
Yeah, it's a woman to build a
Yeah.
house. It's a woman to go digging. It's a woman to actually she's
To take
like
the
a
man's
man.
role.
Yeah.
And for a man, for him, he only has to come and make her pregnant, and she gets kids.
Reproduce,
and
be
That's
be
it.
bountiful.
Reproduction.
Yeah,
That's
so-
biblical as
Yeah.
well.
So that's what I was talking about. So it's totally different.
So if I say that with African culture being more interdependent as a family, as family units or village units, maybe some communities, whenever you take a woman from the home, you're taking 2 feet, 2 hands, right? So basically, you're compensating the family
Yep.
for taking away
Yes.
one of their
What was there.
workers, one of their assets.
Yeah.
Is that kind of right about dowry?
Could be, yes.
But also, she should be a virgin woman.
Yes.
Okay,
A
long time.
must.
It is-
A must.
the battery's
That's a
gonna
must.
die, but
That's
this is
a
so
must,
good.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
a must. Oh my God.
So that's the tricky thing. If I meet you and you live at Shanzu Serena, you have your own place, you have your own business, you're fully independent. Your father hasn't paid for you for years. What if he never paid for you? Let's say he was a bad dad. Maybe he was an alcoholic and you had to do everything on your own, right?
And you have someone paying for that purpose.
And I pay dowry to who?
Yeah.
That's when I start to draw a question. At what point is the dowry at what point is it null and void? Because she's not a virgin, maybe she even has a kid already.
Yeah.
Maybe the father never helped.
Yeah.
That's why I said when I was explaining myself from the beginning, people are different. In our culture, men want to show the kind of money they have, okay, the big wallet.
They want to show off.
So yeah, so for them, they don't care. They say they have to show the woman the respect.
Yeah.
You know, however much, let's say you got her in Shanzu, having all that, but still out of the big love you have for her, you want to show to the whole world that you can, you know, you value her.
Yes,
so you pay dowry to even it can go to the young siblings or the mother or
grandma.
even if the dad is a drunkard.
Yeah, you give it to grandma. You buy grandma
he gave
milk.
birth to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how it is.
Well, there you have it, guys.
This time you're telling us about the white side, the American, Europe side, why you don't like paying the dowry.
There's no such thing.
They don't.
Yeah, and why?
Never
why
heard
do you,
of.
Why do you find it weird?
We're so independent, even as families, and when I say independent, I mean like selfish even. Like interdependency is not an American trait.
So you just go to a woman that you like and say that I need your.
I want to
daughter
marry
for-
you, babe. Let's
That's
get
it.
married,
And
babe.
engagement and
Yeah, babe.
kneeling down and all that.
Yeah, babe. Babe, you know, we do this, you know,
And that's
will you
it.
marry me? And then she's like, I don't want a big wedding. So we go to the courthouse and we
Only four.
sign the license and we take a weekend getaway.
No, that's it.
Yeah, and I got married at 19, by the way.
At 19.
I got married at 19, divorced at 22. I filed when I was 21.
Ah, ooh la
So
la.
I've already been there. I already know the
Been there,
game.
done that.
Yeah, you know, I was stepdaddy when I was 17. There's a lot y'all don't know about me. You think you know, but you don't know.
Oh yeah.
And this dowry conversation is a very interesting one, for sure. But in American culture, there's no such thing. If you want to marry someone, you marry them. If you're going to be poor together, you're poor together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like an American romance to get together and struggle together and suffer together. And for the Americans watching that have so many questions, you have two like amazingly beautiful women, single, no kids. I don't know what this one does, but she's very sassy.
I don't think I want to have kids.
This one's very sassy, but she seems like fun.
Very, very fun.
Yeah. Do you like to start fires?
Fire.
Yeah.
She seems like she likes it.
She seemed like she likes to play with fire.
Yeah. She plays with fire a lot. Yeah, and she's about to play with fire.
Let me shut up before I get in trouble. So, alright. Well, I enjoyed the little talk, guys. Thanks for showing up and surprising y'all.
Oh yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah. That was a really great surprise.
Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
Yes.
Peace and love, Kenya.
Kenya, Mombasa.